Hey guys, welcome back to Nature's Cadence Farm. Today we're going to be working on the 97 Jeep Grand Cherokee again. So it's got a little bit of a miss in it, and sometimes it's actually been cutting off when it's warming up. But once it gets warm, it's ready to go. So I'm hoping this will take care of it. So what I'm going to do is replace the camshaft position sensor and the distributor cap and rotor button. So the camshaft position sensor is actually possibly could be called the distributor pickup coil or Hall effect sensor. There's a couple of different names that people use to describe the same part. So we're going to do that, and I'm going to show you a revised way to change the crankshaft position sensor too. I actually had to get back in there and do that, so I'm going to show you that while I'm doing this, since we're kind of on the ignition side of things with the Jeep. So yeah, so let's jump in there and get started. Here on the passenger side of the engine compartment here, you see the distributor right there. And so there's the distributor cap, this plastic part you can see on the outside, and then underneath of it is the, see if I can get this out of the way for you enough to see without unplugging all the spark plug wires, which I will eventually do. But down underneath there is the rotor button, and that just pops right off. There's no screws or anything holding that in. So there's the rotor button, and it's keyed on the bottom of it there, so you can easily find back where it goes. And then underneath of that, we've got this this big disc, and this big disc has a wire hook to it, and that goes to right here. It's kind of hard to see, but hopefully you can kind of see that there. But anyway, so you unplug that, which there's the little connector, and the camshaft position sensor comes right out. So you can see this is the top side and this is the bottom side, and has a little pickup here that that senses the position of where everything goes. So inside of the distributor you have this ring here. See this metal ring that goes around half of the output, or output from the camshaft and the input to the distributor. But anyways, so that's what kind of sets the timing of where things are. So that's really how it is. So what I've got here is the new part from Mopar, and here is the, oh my gosh, the glare. Here we go. So here's the new part from Mopar. There's the part number. Now this is for my 97. Your application might be different, so I would suggest just calling the Jeep dealer, and they're really good about it. So here's the new one. Everything, you know, looks the same as the old one. So putting it in is just as easy as taking it out. So you just slide that in there. Now you'll notice there's a little keyed spot right here, and so the wire actually comes out of the distributor from the pickup coil right there. So you see how it fit right down into there. So, and then I've got the new rotor button. Now this is a rotor button from one of the auto parts stores. So you can see the part number there. This one had a lifetime warranty on it, but you know, hey, whatever. So this just snaps right down on there just the same. And again, like I said, it's actually keyed, if you can see that. So I've got it there, and I'm just going to push it down. And I kind of noted that the notch was in the back of mine. Now yours position might be different, or should be different. But so then I just kind of felt my way down, and it just pushes right down in there, real positive. So next up, we're going to pop the individual wires off of the distributor cap and put the new cap in its place. Alright, I've got the new distributor cap here, so that's looking nice and pretty. And we're going to put each individual wire onto the new cap. So I know where the coil wire goes. That one's in the center. So that's pretty easy to pop off of there and not really have to worry about where things are and what that does. So I'm just going to fold that out of the way. So it looks like one of them popped off back here. And so that goes to this one. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to grab some dielectric grease to put on these new pins here, and that'll help seal water out and corrosion from happening. So let me go grab some of that. I'll be right back. So what I've done is applied just a little dab of grease around each terminal here, and I'm just kind of working it in, working it down onto the plastic part here, and kind of just working it in. Oop, I forgot the coil terminal. So let's put some of this in here. So put a little dab on there, and I'm just kind of working it around. I'm going to work it down onto there. So again, we're noting the position of this little plastic vent, and this is the other plastic vent here, so I know this goes on to this terminal, and we'll go to this other back one here, and this is the next one over, which is here. I'm just kind of monitoring, making sure I'm not skipping one, doubling one up, or doing something crazy here. Here's the last one. Pop that off. Tell you, that does not feel very tight on there. I'm just kind of looking at this. I might squeeze on that with a pair of pliers just a little bit. Let's see if that feels any better on that post. Well, at least it snaps when it comes off of there. Maybe I'll be getting a set of plug wires for it too. I'll make a video about that. Okay, it looks like it squeezed a little bit more. Yeah, definitely going to have to get a set of plug wires because this is not doing well. Okay. Okay, that got it that time. Great. Alright, so since we didn't take anything else off, we're going to put the, check to make sure we have the rotor button on there. I've done that before. Left that off and tried to start it up and scratching my head trying to figure out what I did wrong, what I unplugged, what I broke, and it was nothing. I just forgot to put the rotor button back in. So just a Phillips screwdriver, takes it in, puts it in, takes it out. So we don't need to tighten it too much because it's just plastic, and I have a feeling it could break. I've never broken one, but I guess you could if you really wanted to. But that's on there good and tight, and we'll put our wires back there so we know where they go. So don't forget your coil wire here. So this goes just right here in the middle, snaps right on there. Make sure they're all nice and tight. Okay. And plug in. Tell you, I'm gonna put a little silicone in here too, just to kind of help seal things up from any water. It'll help that gasket slide in there too really well. This has a little weather pack gasket on there. Okay, so that's plugged in. I'm going to go ahead and start this up and make sure everything runs first to make sure I didn't break something this go round and cause a problem that I'm, you know, might think it's something else later the next thing I do. So let's start it up. Okay, well, at least I know it's running at this point, so that's a good thing.